Hi, and welcome to my video about my animation journey throughout the past 5 years. About a month ago I made a community post with a poll regarding this video and like only 3 people cared, which isn't much, but it's fine. I wanna make this video even if no one would care. So, to the 3 people, welcome again to this video where I sum up the past years of this channel as a anniversary celebration to my very first ever uploaded animation, which I present to you right now. So yeah, that was it. That was my first animation, made on my phone with flip-a-clip, and I say digital because I've already tried before this to animate with like paper, and I never really thought that I could be an actual animator. That is until I randomly stumbled across flip-a-clip that I realized that I can draw on my phone and therefore animate, which obviously led to the creation of this. The story on why I even decided to upload it was that I already had this channel before. It was just kinda dead. I never really uploaded much, or I deleted the stuff that I had on it, and I decided that maybe I could bring it back to its life and upload my godly creations on it. I started making short animations with their own stories and awful, awful sound effects. During that whole time, I also started to get into animated story times. I loved that stuff. But as you could already tell, English isn't my first language. And 5 years ago, I wasn't really good at it. I couldn't really understand what was being said in these videos, which was very upsetting to me. And also the fact that there weren't any animated story times in my native language. So I said to myself, if no one else will do it, I will. I wanted to be the next Jaden Animations, except in my native language. And I wanted it so much that I pretty much ripped off her whole style. Yeah, I sucked as a 13-year-old child. Like, what the hell? Well, besides that, I have had to be doing amazing work, because after 3 videos that weren't even story times, I already had no idea what I should make my videos about, so much that I even made video about it. Luckily, in the end, I managed to make these storytime videos, and after my last story time, I realized I hated making them. Only because making them wasn't really fun to me. And honestly, I don't think they could even be counted as animation. And yeah, I wanted to do something more than copy paste mouse from the lip sync in Sony Vegas. So I started making animation memes. You see, in the comments of my I don't know what to do with my channel video, some kind soul introduced me to animation memes. And with that, the whole Czechoslovak animation meme community, and also this person became a very good friend of mine. And I ended up doing animation memes since then. During this whole year after that, I just kept doing animation memes after animation memes. They weren't good when it came to the animation quality. Yeah, I didn't know any of the principles, and with the end of the year and with arrival of Christmas, my phone got stolen. 3 days before Christmas, my phone got stolen. My only means of making my amazingly bad animations. Luckily for everyone here, I ended up getting graphic tablet that Christmas, so eat that, thief! The next year I got more involved in the meme community and I made my first actual OCs, which were my cats and Judy. But during the year I did ended up getting more OCs that weren't just my pets though. I had loads of fun. I was also pretty good at being consistent with uploads, and when it comes to my animation, it was better than when I started, but again, it was still pretty choppy, and I feel like timing and ease in and ease out wasn't really present. In the second half of the year, I did figure out it is very needed though, and it became way smoother looking. At the end, I was also shouted out by one of Czech YouTubers, Snayfake, which gave me some attention, and I'm still very grateful for it. Now comes the year 2019, and I would say this year was probably the best for me when it comes to my animation. I've gotten way better at it, it's actually smooth, and I had an actual audience, even if it was pretty small. I made less animations, but there was way more work put into them. I managed to have some original ideas in my memes and some neat scenes, at least to me. Also, in this year, I've made my most popular video yet, so that was super exciting. Even if the video was not supposed to perform that well, I didn't spend that much time on it and was actually pretty anxious about posting it, and in the end, I kinda hate it. Overall, this year was pretty nice to me, though I feel like the community I was in started to die. Then 2020 came. To be honest, I didn't hate it that much, but my schedule for animations did suffer. I think I started to get burnt out. I made like half the amount compared to last year. Don't get me wrong, I still totally worked on animations. I just had hard time finishing them or just getting ideas and not having art blocks. When it comes to quality of my new videos, I would say they were still good. There wasn't really much of progress, which makes sense because, I was already okay at it, so it doesn't go as fast. During this year, I also started to a little distance myself on furries. I'm still a furry. I still draw. Okay, I don't draw them. I still have furry UCs. I just don't use them as much anymore. Also, until this point, my whole channel was in my native English in Czech, and I pretty much, I think during this year, switched from my native language to English, and pretty much lost my audience because of it. The next year it was the last time I made a big animation with focus on telling a story about my OCs, which also happened at the beginning of the year. I also stopped drawing furries and became very obsessed with my human universe, especially with one specific robot. I was totally burnt out with so many unfinished work. I don't really see my animations getting any much better, but I still had hope. My whole summer I was working on myself and trying to come up with so many ideas, starting new stuff, and just overall working on my mental health. And did it help? Well, yeah, kind of yes. Until my life fucked me over. Not so many great things had happened before the new year. The one that is relevant to this video is that my HDD disk with all my unfinished stuff and art got broken. It sucked so fucking much, and it took away all my motivation. There was so much I was looking forward on finishing, and it was all gone. Since that happened, I feel like my animation took a step back. Doesn't feel as smooth as it was before, and overall just ambition with scenes and stuff, it was pretty much all gone. Which brings us to 2022, the present. I've made 4 animations in total this year, which isn't much, but it could still be worse. I feel like I need to learn how to animate again though. I'm still not in a good place mentally, but I don't want to give up on this hobby. I still want to make animation memes, focus heavily on my characters and their stories, but as of right now, I'm not capable of making another and this near meme kind of video. Whenever I get ambitious idea, I get very overwhelmed. So until I get over that, I'm planning on trying something new, something which won't fry my brain. And there is videos like this where I just talk about something, animate some parts of it. I really wanna try to show my stories this way. So yeah. In the meantime, I still make simple animation memes though. So yeah, that's it. Those are all the past few years, and as you could notice, I was remaking the first animation in the background, which is done now. I hope you like it and see some progress. I also hope you enjoyed this video. See ya!